got the alert word. Okay. Looks like we're live, Akiyam. Hey, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where we learned this 144% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained, preordained, to bring forth this truth, which also comes in the form of this gospel, which will be sang throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwat. That we're back again through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, as you know, it's that wicked holiday known as Christmas. All right, this pagan holiday. All right, which is oriented around witchcraft and idolatry. All right, and it goes all the way back. It goes all the way back to Babel. All right, when you take a glance at the first Babylon, okay, you had Nimrod, right? Nimrod was the founder of the Tower of Babel, and his mom Semiramis. This is going back to Nimrod and Semiramis, his mother/wife. And the word on the street is they brought forth Tammuz, and then the story goes that Tammuz died or whatever. He was found slumped over a tree stump, and every year a tree grew from that stump, supposedly. Okay, this tree represents the phallus of Nimrod. All right, and you got Jake celebrating this damnable heresy. You put presents under the Christmas tree, all right, which is the sacrifice. Then you kneel down and you take part in this idol worship, right. Not realizing the witchcraft that you're exposing yourself and your children to. You tell these niggas to stop doing it, and what do they tell you? Oh, we're gonna do it for the kids. Right. Not realizing that you're causing your kids to be passed through the fire. Right. Which there's a law for us not to do that, pursuant to Deuteronomy. Well, one that comes to mind is Deuteronomy 18 comes to mind. We're not supposed to pass our children through the fire. Right. You see? Which what you're doing is you're sacrificing your children to Molech. Right. When you do that. Right. Okay, when you start fast forwarding it up to the future kingdoms, right. You have the Greeks. The Greeks practice something called chronia, which is pretty much a representation of that folly that was taking place in Babel. And then you got Rome, Eastern Rome, was taking place in taking part in Brumalia. It was called Brumalia, which pretty much Brumalia came on the 25th. First, it was Saturnalia, was actually between December 17th and December 23rd. It was a 7-day long festival. And after that, on the 25th, they'll celebrate Brumalia, which was pretty much going into a winter solstice festival, which was oriented around Christmas. It's what brought forth that Western Roman Empire practice of Christmas. And that shit generated until now. You have Semiramis and Tammuz, right, which is your modern day Mother Mary, right? Holy Mary and baby Jesus. So this is what you're witnessing. What you're witnessing is the same folly that was taking place throughout time. All right, and you, Jacob, join yourself unto these practices that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai ordered us not to do. And you're gonna find yourself in a jam in the days to come, because you're gonna see that you were in error. You brothers got something?
So
you got a precept real quick? We gotta open up with a precept.
I got Jeremiah 10.
You wanna open up with that? Matter of fact, before you get that, can you get that? And we can marry it. Can you get that? What you got?
Exodus 2, have no gods before me. Exodus 20.
Read that. Babak Washab, read that. And then get Deuteronomy 18, if you don't mind.
Come.
And 9. You got it, brother.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. That's the first commandment. That's the first commandment. You have no other power before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And guess what? That's idolatry, which is what? Punishable by deletion. It's a capital offense. And this is what you, Jake, are openly doing. And we're warning you, telling you not to do it, but you keep doing it. And you make excuses for you to do it. All right? Which is going to cost you. You got it, brother.
Deuteronomy 18.
Abba Kusha? Let's start at verse 9.
Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 9. when thou art come into the land which the Lord Yahweh thy God giveth thee.
Right, the holy land, the land of Canaan. All right, this is what upon us. This is the land where we flushed out those seven Hamite nations. Go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or daughter pass through the fire.
Right, and this is exactly what you're doing when you put your kids in Santa Claus's lap. You're having them pass through the fire. Listen, you have to understand, man. When the scriptures tell us to flee out of the midst of Babylon, it's a spiritual flee. You're supposed to disconnect from these pagan holidays, man. Because what you don't realize is that this paganism that you're associating yourself with, paganism is oriented around witchcraft. And according to the scriptures, you should not suffer a witch to live. You see? So it's an automatic death sentence, man. This is why it's so critical for you, Jake, to separate from Babylon. That's why it says, deliver every man their soul. You see, because ultimately, you're going to find yourself subjugated to judgment by associating yourself with the pagan practices of Babylon, which stem throughout all four corners of the earth. You see? You got to understand, they're celebrating Christmas in Canada. They're celebrating Christmas in, hey, you can go to China and you will see, you know what I'm saying? You will see niggas with Christmas lights. Because this is something that has been pushed throughout all four corners of the earth, being that America's the hammer. America's that hammer of the earth, the reflection, you know, the reflection of what people want to be.
And at the end of the day, when you look at it spiritually,
brother, keep reading down on that.
When you look at it spiritually, right, winter solstice is the longest day, the longest night period of the year.
Yep.
You know, which in reality, you guys are also giving credence to that darkness that you guys are in, man. That gross darkness spiritually, man. You people don't understand that you guys are worshiping death. You see? Something that Esau's accustomed to. Something that they love doing, man. Right? Esau loves darkness. Esau loves death. What do you think, you know, Halloween's about and all this, right? Winter solstice is no different. Why you think it's the longest night of the year? Right? It represents that darkness, man. That's what they're really worshiping. You know? Hey, what do they say, man? The freaks and monsters come out at night.
That's right, brother.
Right? But what the scriptures say, we are the children of the light. Right?
And they're children of the darkness.
You know, so you joined on to the madness, right? Which is gonna you know, overtake you, you know, with nuclear missiles, and that's the way you're gonna be passing your children through that fire.
That's right.
That lake of fire that's coming to America.
Right, in its perfection.
Right.
You know? In its perfection physically, that's exactly right. And you're gonna pass through it too. You see? You're gonna pass through it too, and it's gonna be hot. Ain't gonna be something you can just take with a take on the, like how they say in the word, to take it on the chin. And you ain't gonna be able to take that shit on the chin. The Lord said, when you read Revelation 14, it tells you that if you take that karagma, if you take that chip, you're gonna be tormented. It tells you you're gonna be tormented with the fire and brimstone. If you look up that word tormented, you'll get an idea of what that's going into. And then you start to understand 2nd Ezra 9 more, when the Lord said they're gonna learn after death by pain. See? That's why the elders and the apostles say, look words up. You can hear the word torment, look it up.
Right.
And read the definition. And you're going to be like, oh, shit.
And it's crazy, right? Because when you look at the spirit of America is dead, man, already.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even the spirit of Christmas, when you look at it 10, 15, 20 years ago, everybody was in that joyous spirit. Like, it was really a feast going out, man. It was really like, the spirit was really uplifted, you know, in these times. People were happy. People were really, you know, having a joyful time, okay? But now, this shit looked like a damaged marriage where you're with the person because you're accustomed to being with that person, but you ain't really happy to be around that person, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the people ain't happy. People are spending out, especially our people, that are struggling to even make ends meet, okay? But they still scraping up a few dollars to try to make their kids happy and their husbands happy or their wives happy, right? And their bills are behind, right? They're not really happy. They're just going through the customs, you see? Instead, that's why the Lord said to separate that this is not your rest, all right? You people, the spirit of you people are dried up, even on the left-hand side. And you guys cannot read the signals or read in between the lines, man.
Right.
You know?
That's right, brother.
This shit is over.
Brother, finish that precept. That's exactly right. Babak Washa?
Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter or a witch.
See that?
A little bit. There's a little bit more there as well.
But an enchanter or a witch, man. All right? And who taught you to do that witchcraft? Esau, Edom, man. Everything around you is witchcraft. All these celebrations of witchcraft.
Right.
You know? Even you sending your kids to school to learn their ways and not teaching them that those are not the ways, right? That's not the way that the Heavenly Father wants you to live. That's witchcraft, man. You're not teaching your kids what these words really mean. You know, that's witchcraft. Because now, like these Christians don't understand what the world means, okay? So now they're under that spell, right? Because they don't know nothing about these words, so they're under that witchcraft, man, which is going to bring you, right, into destruction. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, that's man. Right. You know what I mean? And where do you find this wisdom to get yourself up out of that spell, to wake up from that witchcraft? The wisdom of the Bible, the understanding that is given to you through the Holy Spirit, man. Right. That is a gift from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
And it starts with you disconnecting from the spirit of Babylon. You got to disconnect. You got to stop.
Right.
And that's why we tell Jake that, hey, we're trying to tell you to stop. You don't want to stop.
That's right.
You want to keep celebrating your birth. It just feels too good to the flesh for you to stop.
Right.
You know, it feels too good. But you have to understand there's going to be ramifications for it with your power. You know, because you're being a barbarian. You're being a renegade, is what you're being. You're being a renegade. And the Lord's going to touch you for that.
Hey, I wanted to grab something.
Can you finish this? Finish that real quick, Malak? There's only one more piece of it.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 11. Or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer.
Go ahead. One more. 12.
For all that do these things are an abomination.
For all that do these things are an abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now you got to remember, these pagan holidays, this is witchcraft. It's idolatry. You're practicing necromancy. Okay? You're practicing divination when you associate yourself with these holidays. This is what you don't get. And the Lord's telling you here. Read that again, brother.
For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And because of these abominations, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, thy power, doth drive them out before thee.
This is why those heathen nations, those Hamite nations were driven out of the land. Because of their odious works. You can read about in Wisdom of Solomon 12. The Lord was warning us, foretelling us through Moses. Listen, don't be practicing these customs that these niggas were doing. Okay? That means stay away from their practice, from their philosophies, man. You got to understand, what you're witnessing right now in Babylon, America, these are practices that were being done by the Hamites, man. This is why we brought out Semiramis, Nimrod and Semiramis, man. This is what Christmas is going into. This is going back to the Hamites. Esau has adopted the ways of the Hamites, the Egyptians, the Assyrians. And as you go through the empires, the Greeks, and the Eastern and Western Rome, and now the revival, it's the same thing. Easter is all the same stuff going into Ishtar, which is Semiramis. You see, so it's the same thing. It's you're practicing things that are gonna be detrimental to your spirit. Your spiritual outcome is gonna be detrimental for you. That's why the scriptures say, I believe it's Timothy, receive this engrafted word that's able to save your soul. This word is able to save your soul. This engrafted word, engrafted going into, it's gonna be brought forth to you by somebody, by a servant, the prophet, man. It's gonna be brought forth to you, man. But you gotta receive it though. And it's only through the Spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, through the Holy Spirit, like the brother mentioned, for you to be able to receive it. Or it's gonna just bounce off. You're not gonna get it. Them words can't feed my daughter. This is what you heard niggas sell. Any one of you brothers that be teaching, you heard that before. Them words can't feed my daughter. Them words can't feed my son. Them words can't put money in my pocket. Them words can't get food on my table. And not realizing that, yeah, they can.
That book was written by a white man.
Yeah, bro.
All types of excuses. Because you don't want to get right.
Right.
You know, you don't want to put away your flesh and live in the spirit. Which in the spirit, you know, we're combating the things of this world. You know, we're sacrificing the things that we used to do, and now we no longer do them, man. This is a spiritual detox.
That's right.
You know what I mean? To get that filth out.
That's it.
Right, from the temple that we're trying to build.
Right.
Right, because no temple, no brick can go into that temple defiled.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And obviously, you know, we're not gonna be perfect, but the Lord got us covered through His blood. You know what I mean? But still, we still got to detox spiritually.
That's
and,
right.
and that starts off with you know, leaving this world behind.
Right, obedience. That's right. That's right. And that's part of obedience. Mm-hmm. You listening to the report and turning back from the ways that you used to live and joining unto the Lord, rehearsing the righteous acts. Hey, that's obedience right there. But as we know, pursuing the Jeremiah 7, there's a generation of what? His wrath, which are pursuant to Ephesians. That's Ephesians, the second chapter. That's a generation of disobedience. Okay? Where you got the prince of the power of the air, which is the spiritual demon Satan, working through them. This is why these niggas won't listen, because they're operating under the protocol of the spiritual demon Satan. That's why they click with Esau, because that's the spirit he's coming pursuing the 2 Thessalonians. You see, he's coming in the spirit of Satan, and this is Jake loves that. Disobedient Jake loves it. That's why they don't want to let America go. You know, just want to have something.
You know, talking about this world, man, and I said you got to separate from it. You mentioned the lust of the flesh. I want to bring out 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, which says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Right.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him."
2 Corinthians 6 and 17.
God.
And then grab what you got after this to back him up. Read that one more time, huh? That's fire.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all..."
Now, real quick. Yeah, what did Yahweh Shai say regarding his servants, the prophets? If you don't hate your mother, your father, that's reflecting that, because that love just means, the hate means just to love less.
And what's the love of the Father? 1 John chapter 5, verse 3, to keep his commandments.
Right, exactly. And the pursuing the Luke, all right, when he told what did he tell Thomas? He said, "If you love me," regarding his servants, the prophets, feed my sheep. And he said it 3 times before they understand. So there's a standard. The point we're making is that there's a standard. There's a standard required.
And instructions that we gotta abide by in order to show that love towards the Father.
What's Baruch say? The Lord gave us straight commandment.
Right.
What we should do in efforts to not be destroyed.
Right.
Long story short.
And what did he say? Right. They worship me with their mouth, but their hearts is far from me.
That's right.
Right? That's you disobedient Jakes.
That's right.
That think y'all doing something by going into a filthy church on Sundays. All right? But today, you're opening up gifts, right? And worshiping idols.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
I'm going to continue on. Right? Verse 16, it says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Right.
And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that does the will of Yahweh abideth forever."
Right. And if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy.
God.
To Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because if you're a friend of the world, that means you're carnal.
God.
And to be carnally minded, as it tells us, and not only is it death, but it's enmity.
God.
To be carnally minded is enmity to the Lord. You're at variance, right, with the Lord, if you are carnally minded.
You're striving against him.
Yep. That's right. Brother, you had to say something?
Oh yeah, in Matthew 19, when Yahweh Shai spake to the rich man, he was like, "What do I do to get to heaven, to get to everlasting life?" He said, "You gotta keep the commandments. Honor thy mother and thy father." And so he told him to keep the commandments, showing you that the laws are not done away with. You want to walk in the truth, we gotta keep the commandments. We won't do it perfectly, but to the best of our ability.
Absolutely, because without the commandments, you're a barbarian.
That's right.
You're a barbarian.
Right.
The Lord does not, hey, listen, the heathen are coined as brutish.
Right.
Because they're lawless.
Beasts.
Right. You go to the Psalm of Asaph, Psalm 73, he tells you, he said, "Lord, I was a beast before thee, man. Because I didn't know your counsel, your will. I didn't understand until I came into the court." Right? He went in on that.
Right.
He's like, "Until I came into thy sanctuary," man, roughly paraphrasing, man. When he came into the understanding, And that backs up Proverbs 21 and 16 as well. You know, when Asaph came into the understanding, then he understood. He understood their end.
That's when he got comforted.
Yeah, Esau.
That's where he got his comfort.
Right.
That's where he got his comfort. He lost his envy towards the wicked. You know what I mean? He understood. Hey, he damn near rejoiced right there because he knew, hey, this is their latter end.
That's right.
Okay? There ain't gonna be no prosperity after the Lord cuts them off.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And to back you up with the other nations being brutish, I mean, and beast, I mean, look at them, right? They're eating customs, right? They'll eat blood. They drink blood, right? They eat whatever animal, okay? They do body modifications, okay? Anything that defiles the temple, they're able to do.
Right.
Because
Sexual immorality.
Right, because the laws were not given to them in order to establish them, you know, and walk in that righteous path.
Right.
To be separate.
Holy,
go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy 4, I just want to back you with that precept. Deuteronomy 4.
That's right.
Right? Tells us what made us better than the heathen.
That's right, that's right.
And it was the law, statutes, and commandments what the brother's going into.
That's right.
Now, we understand on this go-around, we're under grace, right? We're under grace in the blood of Yahweh Shai, like the brother mentioned earlier, Lord willing, where the elect covers us, and we're the elect. Because we're not going to be saved by works, right? But by faith and by predestination. But understand something. The wages of sin is death.
That's right.
So you automatically canceled out if you go off into the world, right? Just doing you. You know, I'm gonna take this nigga out. Or you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You wanna be a little homo. Or you wanna move, you know what I'm saying? You moving around, just being a complete reprobate.
Right.
You see?
I don't know that man. So why do I gotta respect him? Why I'm gonna sleep with his chick. I don't know that man. Nah, but you know, if you know the Lord, you should know you're not supposed to do that. If you fear the Lord, you understand the judgment that can come to you. You know what I mean? But when you don't care, you striving against the Lord, brother. You don't. If you don't care, man, you're not fearing the power that controls this whole show, man.
That's right, brother.
You know, this man could shut your lights out, okay, and cancel your show.
That's right.
Cancel your script.
That's it.
All right, and now you're out.
That's it. And not to mention to back up these heathens and their wayward works, they also have incestuous behavior.
Yeah.
Where you got them niggas, yo, bro, they like to mess with their daughters, their sons, and you got brothers messing with their sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got sisters messing with their brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the heathen be getting down.
Right.
And Esau, preferably. That's why Hebrews tells us what it tells us regarding Esau being more, there's no one more profane.
God.
The Lord didn't say that just for it to sound like it was something that you would hear on BET.
Right.
No, the reason why the Lord said that was because you can take a glance into history
God.
and see how this nigga got down. Look at the Ptolemaic Empire, man.
God.
Right? Look at these various Edomites. Look at Rome. Look how they were getting down in Rome.
And look at this guy.
Right.
He raped his sister.
No cap.
You know?
Right.
And he was a homo at the same time.
Bro. They have a diabolical mindset. All right, they're not fit to do right. Can you make what the Lord made crooked straight?
Right.
You know?
Or can you clean an unclean thing?
Right.
You know?
You can't. Niggas is dead set on doing evil.
Right, right.
Proverbs 4 tells us that these niggas don't get sleep at night.
Right. And
unless they cause one to fall.
And showing you that the Lord is in full control of all this, you know? Showing you that the Lord wired them this way and there's no changing them. You Jake are out there upset trying to fight for Esau to get into the kingdom. When the Lord said no, man.
Right.
Point blank period. They can't. And that's the same thing as it brings me back to when the Lord said the elder shall serve the younger, right? But Esau was supposedly supposed to get the blessing, right? But who did it go to? Jacob, because it was already predestined. The Lord made it that way. There's no changing what the Lord wants.
There's no changing it.
You know?
We've been on Esau's foundation since the womb. You know what I'm saying? And now we on your ass once again through the spirit. And this time we're gonna be relentless. Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And speaking of these, you niggas are doing the most. Jake is doing the most to defend Esau.
Right.
And you niggas are gonna be found in the biggest predicament of error that anyone has ever saw when things start to unfold. As prophecy begins to really manifest, you know, these end time prophecies, man, the whole time, right? These end time prophecies, man, regarding the microchip, Jacob's trouble. Let's speak about Jacob's trouble. When that manifests, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out in that day that we weren't just some fearmongers. You know, we weren't just some fearmongers, man. Hell, we do through the terror of the Lord try to persuade men.
Right.
But guess what though? Hey, at the end of the day, when it happens, it's too late.
Right.
The Lord is not gonna keep crying out to you, Jake, to have you get right. You know, you niggas wanna join hand in hand with Esau, that's gonna be your downfall, man. Trying to defend his doctrine, trying to defend the devil's doctrine.
Right.
The 501c3 tax charter form of doctrine. Do you niggas not know about the Crusades era?
Right.
Did y'all niggas not realize that Christianity was founded off of white supremacy? You niggas don't know?
Right.
You forgot?
Right.
About the plantation, the churches on the plantations?
Right. Talking
Niggas
about
are crazy.
Talking about Christianity is the one that teaches you you don't have the spirit of Jesus, right, with the love. But when they came, it was either believe or get put down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where was our love?
Right.
Where was the spirit of Jesus when you know you speak into we speak into a homo and say you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not coming in the right spirit, brother.
Right.
Where was them? You know, where was the right spirit when they came to the shores of America talking about believe what we teach you or we're going to cut you off, man, right? We're going to take your life, right? Where was Christianity and the spirit of love then?
Exactly.
Right? That's the hypocrisy, right? And you people are still sleeping under that bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And going back to what you said with Jacob's trouble, I started laughing because I was telling you about the other day where old boy, right, when we lost the heat that day on when it was 4 degrees at night,
right.
and it was freezing. You know, I put on a hoodie, I put my sneakers on and wrapped up, whatever. You know, it is what it is. You know, when they come fix it, they come fix it. Old boy was screaming 5 in the morning, screaming next door, bro. You know what I mean? Like, crying about a little bit of cold and shit, bro. You still in the building. You got blankets. You got a bed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Cause imagine when you don't have none of that shit, and now you're looking for an abandoned place to hide at, right? In the middle of winter, no food, okay? And to even make it worse, you don't got the covering of the Lord, because you ain't never took time, right, to say, am I right with the Lord?
Right.
Okay, let me hear what those brothers got to say, okay? Or maybe they're right. Let me see. Let me look into this.
Right.
Okay, what does the scripture say? The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
That's right.
But Israel does not consider.
Right.
You guys don't even consider if you are the Israelites. You guys don't consider what the Lord is about to do to you if you don't get right.
Right, that's right. Malak, get that 2 Corinthians to back up that 1 John. You got 1 John, right? Yeah, back this up with that 2 Corinthians 6. Babak Washak. It's all throughout the scriptures how the Lord, the blueprint is the scriptures.
Right.
The Lord tells us how to get right.
Right.
You know, you either comply or you die.
Right.
And the Lord understands that we're in these corruptible vessels, feeble, chains of darkness, stony hearts. So the Lord has great mercy on us. See, he lets us repent time and time again. But there's a certain mindset that's supposed to be applied if you're walking within the course of the Lord.
Right.
You see, a righteous man is going to fall 7 times, which is a complete number, and get back up. But it's not going to be the type of fall where, you know, you're just being openly rebellious.
Right.
You know? But a lot of the time you can't control much. Things happen. But that's what we need, like the brother missionary, the blood of the Lord.
Right.
You'll bring that out, my life about
And if I may add real quick, brother, there's a difference between a wicked ninja and a man that righteous man that falls, like I said in one of my lessons, right? Because even if you're an Israelite and you're out here teaching, some men fall and wake up like they never did nothing wrong.
Right.
Not considering that they offended the Lord.
Right.
You know, but a righteous man will sit there, cry, pray, beg for mercy, beg for forgiveness, knowing he did wrong to the Lord, sincerely feeling hurt, right? That they went off. Okay, there's a difference.
Yep.
Okay, and the Lord knows, because the Lord knows your heart.
That's
the Lord
right.
knows who you are, man.
That's right,
okay,
brother.
you can't fool the Lord.
Right.
You know, you wake up like you ain't done shit, you know? Then you just go out to camp and think everything's okay, right? You didn't even consider you offended the Lord, man. You know?
That's a very
Lord's
good point.
watching, man.
That's it, brother. Bring that out, that's very, very good point. And that's facts.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate.
Come out from among who? Among the Gentiles, among the heathen.
That's right.
You gotta remember, Apostle Paul, okay, his mission, these letters that were written to the churches, okay, was an effort to what? Gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man.
That's right. That's right.
You see? He was looking for the strangers, the Israelite foreigners, those of a Gentile state of mind. All right, these letters weren't written to everybody.
Right.
When you read Acts 17, okay, when Apostle Paul was on Mars Hill, you got niggas trying to take that and flip it and bounce it and turn it into something where the Lord's dealing with the whole nation and he has this universal form of salvation. Nigga, no.
Right.
You got to understand. When you go into these letters were very intimate. Paul was talking to the Greeks, which were who?
Right.
Those were those Israelites that were in the Hellenized state of mind. They were of that Greek captivity.
Right.
That's why when you go to 1 Maccabees, the 3rd chapter, First Maccabees, the 1st chapter, it taps into the whole situation going on with Antiochus Epiphanes. This is why there was a Maccabean revolt with Judas Maccabees, Mattathias, his father, a few more of his brothers, and other individuals that were men of valor, that were willing to not go the route of these heathen.
Right.
You see, this is the audience. And we can go to Acts 2. You go to Acts 2, it's clear. Okay, during the time of Pentecost, you had Jews, devout men, from out of all nations. And it goes, and when you jump down, it goes into all the nations they came from.
Right.
And it tells you after that, down below, it tells you all that should call upon the Lord, very paraphrasing, should be saved. And it tells you, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Right. When you go to Joel, the 2nd chapter, it backs that up as well.
And you know what's even more important? When they were speaking amongst themselves, ain't these them, from the Galileans?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's equally as important, because ultimately the precepts highlight and pinpoint who it's talking to.
You know? And they're saying that basically, like, ain't these them, you know, speaking tongues from our native land? Like, so there was a distinction. They're not us, they're not our people, but they know our language.
Quote,
meaning
unquote.
What? That the Israel was scattered through the 4 corners of the earth,
because those were Israelites. Those were their people.
And going back to the Revelations where different tongues and nations, you know what I mean?
Right.
That shall be praising the Lord, which Christianity takes out of context, because they don't know the mystery.
That's it.
And they refuse to accept it. Okay? Here it is. Israel has been tormented in the hands of every nation on the earth, you know, through slavery. Okay, went through so many captivities, all right? And all of a sudden, the Lord's gonna invite everybody that tormented his chosen. That's like you going into a POW mission, right? To save some Americans from the hands of some Middle Easterns. And then you invite those Middle Easterns, right, to that ceremony and give them a Purple Heart too.
It doesn't add up.
You know?
It doesn't add up. The promises, the covenants, and the oaths went through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then it rested upon the heads of the 12 tribes of Israel. It tells you that in Sirach 44.
Imagine that shit though.
Right.
Like
and then when you go to Khan,
you call up Abu Abdul to get a Purple Heart.
Right. It doesn't add up.
You know?
Jeremiah the 3rd chapter tells you that surely in vain is salvation hoped for from the mountains and from the hills.
That's right.
But surely salvation is for Israel.
That's right.
The Lord is making it plain. He's not skipping the beat.
That's right.
You see? Can you read that from the top, Malak Shah?
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, said the Lord Yahweh God, and touch not the unclean things.
Right, which are their philosophies.
That's right.
You touching the unclean things, their ways, their life, their religion, their customs.
Their idols.
Yup.
That idol worship too.
All that, which goes into their religion, their philosophies.
That's right.
Because when you join into their philosophies, you're idol worship.
That's right. That's right.
Because that's all their philosophies entail.
Right. Which that was the first commandment the Lord gave us.
And the brother got it in Exodus.
God.
And then we read Deuteronomy 18, which is pretty much, this is what was being pushed. This is echoing the standard that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai required. You see? And this was the cultivating of the minds of those Israelites that were in a Gentile state of mind.
God.
This was what was being preached unto them.
Right.
Touch no unclean thing. Go ahead, brother. And what?
And I will receive you.
And I will receive you. So you got to disconnect
That's right.
from these Roman practices, y'all. and these Greek customs that you're joined unto. This is what was being said to them. You gotta do it like this. It's exactly what we're talking about. That's the spirit.
Right.
That's what was going down. That's the apostles' doctrine. That's part of the apostles' doctrine. And that's what we're telling our people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Get right. You know, you got it, brother.
He was sent to clean the minds of the Gentiles, bring them back to that, state of mind of being a Hebrew Israelite, a child of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to put away these idols, man. What is that? 1 Corinthians chapter 12.
Yeah.
We let away captives up to these dumb idols. Hey, and that applies to these times right now.
Yep, that's right, brother.
Because the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom got led away captive, and we got taught nothing but idolatry.
Nothing but idolatry.
You know?
Everything, since we came out of the womb,
right.
Okay, we've been being taught to be openly rebellious to our power.
That's right.
We've been molded, right? And that's why scripture says redeeming the times.
That's right.
We have to redeem the time. We've been living the majority of our life in wickedness.
Right.
You see? So that's why we don't have no time to waste. We don't have no games to play.
Right.
Niggas don't get it. We're moving on.
That's right.
Hey, we're in a different time of the ministry.
That's right.
It's all business. We're calling cops on niggas and everything.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's all business now.
Right.
You know, you ain't stopping up. You're not gonna stop up this religious process right here. This program.
This great awakening.
Right. I said religion. I meant to say according to the law, something assembly. Is it a religious assembly?
No, this.
What do they call it?
I know it's something else. It's not a religious assembly.
It's something assembly that they call it as far as the law. That you can't disrupt it. You can't disrupt that assembly. The religious assembly that's going on over there.
And according to what you were saying, we're no longer in the Pentagon planning shit, man. It's time to roll out. We're in a spiritual battle, right? It's time to move in, man, on the enemy, and that's what we're doing. We're setting our face Mount Seir, man.
Yep, that's right.
This ain't no time to be joined unto them, man.
Right.
There's a clear separation. There's always been a separation, but we couldn't see that.
Right.
Because we were under that spell, man.
Right.
We were joined unto Christmas and Halloween tripping, right? But the Lord gave us the eyes to see, man, right?
Right.
Just as Paul, right, saw that vision after the Lord sent them out, the Lord also cleared our eyes and sent us out.
That's it.
Okay, to give you the message.
That's
right?
it.
Now, whether you want to turn back to the Lord or not, we still going to tell you. Either you're here for salvation or you're going to get destroyed. And think about it, right? We're talking about one day of the year, man. Christmas, man. Christmas. Where tomorrow, you're going right back to work, to your own miserable life, to complain for the whole year. Right? But this is just
to do it again.
Right, and this is just a temporary fix, right? On the 24th, you get drunk with all you people, right? You eat, right? You play songs, as Jake does. The next day, you open up gifts for your kids, and now you're off to work to try to catch up to your bills, all right? But you got a bigger bill to pay with the Lord.
Right.
Every time you do this, it's a bigger setback with the Lord, man.
Right. And it's funny because, like you said earlier, and it's all over social media, TikTok. You got people expressing it regarding, the fact that this whole Christmas spirit, this whole Christmas folly, it's not as it was before. You see that this whole jolly season, it's not. I mean, when you look around, when you drive around this time of the year back in the day, I mean, shit, 70% of people's cribs would be decorated with lights and stuff. It wasn't as glamorous as it usually is.
What's that scripture?
I noticed that, right? But I wanted to say something. So like here, brother, I lost my train of thought. There was something I was going to say. Nah, it's all good, brother. I lost my train of thought. There was something I was going to say. I was building up to the point I was trying to make through the spirit. But Lord,
you were saying that it was his fault.
What you said, right? So through the spirit, right? There we go. They came back. The Wadi Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Like the brother was saying, that spirit of Christmas is diminishing, and the scriptures tell us that the fashion of this world pass away.
Right.
So, and that's exactly what we're witnessing. We're witnessing the fashion of this world pass away, bro. And ultimately, the Lord's gonna literally transition this whole entire eon upon His return when He brings that hellfire. You see? But He's given us a precursor to the removal of the system. You see, because their customs and their ways and their lifestyle and their what would excite you, 20 years ago, and you got Sally, okay, that has a, she's a registered nurse, and she's telling you she ain't happy no more, man. She's bringing in $200K a year, and she ain't happy no more. What she used to do, it doesn't please her no more.
Right.
Going to the movies, her birthday, these holidays, it ain't the same. This is the word on the street. You see? So ultimately, like it tells us in, what's that? Is that Isaiah, brother?
I'm about to get it right now. Isaiah 24:11.
Woo! That is the spirit. You got that. What you holding, Malak? That's the spirit.
Isaiah 30. Woe to the rebellious children.
You got it, Malak.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 11.
Isaiah 47 instead.
There is a crying.
Nah, bring that up.
There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened.
Right, there's a cry for wine. There's a cry for wine in the street. And what does wine do? What does wine do? It brings joy to the spirit.
Wow.
Right? When you drink wine, you get joyous.
Wow.
The scriptures say, wine and music bring joy to the heart.
That's right.
You see? So wine makes you jolly. But guess what? Wine is gone. You got it, brother. Can you read that again, Malak?
God. There's a crying.
See situations like that?
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch your back. I was watching,
brother.
For you, but you gotta
we
watch
watched your back. Yeah. Situations like that. When you see somebody walking like you with a weapon, or like you gotta be circumspect. Remember yesterday? Not yesterday. The last time we were playing, there was an individual coming wearing black and man, put a gun there. He was like, "Yo, watch out!" I was like, "Watch out for him." Like, you gotta be circumspect.
I didn't want to but I was watching just to make sure that he didn't pick that up. But you gotta watch out too, bro.
Yeah, watch your back.
Because maybe my shot won't be fast enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Isaiah 24:11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
The mirth of the land is gone, man. Okay? No, as a matter of fact, what's the first verse say?
Before that?
The first verse.
There is a crying.
No, verse 1.
Oh, Salaki.
Now you got it.
It says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and maketh it. Yeah, the city of confusion is broken down.
Because it builds up to, see, because we're not just making this up. Malak, can you grab what's it, Revelations 18? Right? Pretty much get Isaiah. Nah, you know what? Yeah, get Isaiah 47 in verse 2, because we're gonna have to get a word. Is what we're gonna have to do. Brother, can you read that one?
Let's start at verse 7.
The book of Seth?
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth.
Yep.
All the merry-hearted do sigh.
That's right. Hey, this is where we are. No longer are these people pleased with the holidays. Easter's not getting it done.
Right.
All right, New Year's is finished.
Right.
Because people have come to the conclusion, they make a New Year's resolution and they're breaking it the next day.
It's like I say, when you like in a toxic relationship,
right,
where you're no longer happy in it, but you're just with them because you're accustomed of being with them for so long.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is what's going on in America. It's just custom.
Right.
And to be accustomed means in Spanish, a costumbre. You're just used to it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So you're just going by the motions.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, you know when you're with that partner that's always yelling and just like, damn, here we go again. You feel me?
Right.
But you're still with them because you know it's just you're so used to it. That's what's going on with America,
that's
man.
It, brother.
You know, and that's why you gotta break off that marriage with this place, you know?
That's it.
You gotta break off that marriage with Babylon, bro. You know? Verse 8.
Get it in the blue letter. You got it. Get Babylon.
The mirth of tabrets.
My brother knows. You got it.
The mirth of tabrets ceaseth.
Right.
The noise of them that rejoice endeth.
Right. Hey, you got your favorite song on repeat. That shit don't hit the same.
Right.
You got it, brother.
The joy of the heart ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down.
Right.
Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Right.
There is a cry.
That was it right there. So the city of confusion is broken down. And this is talking about Babylon, America. Brother, get that real quick.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Sit on the ground.
Yep.
There is
Go ahead.
No throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
That's it.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right. That dust represents the confusion,
right.
which we're witnessing everybody be in the midst of today. That's why when you go on. That's why when you go on social media, these people are don't know what's going on.
That's right.
They think that what they're seeing in the heavens are drones, which some of them are, because Esau's trying to sow confusion. Right. And then you have people going down, getting jabbed out. You know, they're living on cloud 9 now because they got this serum in them. You know, they thought it was going to be for their good. You got Fauci telling you that it was a mistake. The niggas are confused. You niggas, you know what I mean?
Biden just signed a bill declaring the eagle as the national symbol.
Right.
Nigga, we've been knowing that
Come
shit
on,
for
man.
hundreds of years.
That's old news. Brother,
You know
can you
what I mean?
grab Babel and the blue letter? That's old news.
Right. Well, we don't know that for hundreds of years. I'm saying we know that you've been having that for hundreds of years.
Right. And when you look up daughter of Babylon in Isaiah 47, when you Google it, it literally tells you, the AI tells you that it's prophetically America. You know?
Hey, and that eagle, Salaki, that eagle goes back to Rome, also giving you that token that this is the revised Roman Empire.
It goes
all over
further
again.
back than that. It goes to Egypt.
Egypt, Khan. Shit,
You
the
see?
Greeks.
Because they were, again, going back to the talking point we had before, Esau's bringing back all that Hamite, you know what I mean?
That's right.
That Hamite energy.
Right. Being faggots, all types of shit. Yeah, man.
Khan.
Yeah. Because Egypt, man.
Yeah, bro.
Them funny
Khan,
ninjas,
you
bro.
got it. Brother, can you get that? What do you have to say?
Oh, you said you look up the daughter of Babylon as America. Who said it first? The apostles.
Elder Apostle Gabar. Elder Apostle Gabar actually looked it up.
Yeah.
Elder Apostle Gabar looked that up. And it literally goes into the AI. And like the brother said, yeah, the apostles were saying it. So obviously they're picking up on the on the report.
Yeah.
That's right, brother. Yup. That's it. Showing you what? That this is the truth. Okay? And it's not as far-fetched as you may think. Jeremiah 50 and 51, it might not be talking about ancient Babylon, huh? You know, you gotta use that spiritual discernment, but obviously the message from God is we don't know. But brother, get that word Babylon and the blue letter Babakosha, backing up this Isaiah the brother has.
The word for Babylon is Strong's H894, Babal, meaning confusion by mixing.
See? Confusion by mixing. And that's why when you look up the daughter of Babylon, it's going to tell you it's America, you come to the conclusion that confusion is this place right here.
That's right.
That's why you have a mingling about the philosophies here, all the nations
That's
mingled
right.
in, right?
That's right.
Different manners of life. Melting pot, right? Like a gumbo pot.
Melting pot, yeah.
Right, different sexual orientations.
Everything's mashed in. You can't tell what's what in the pot. You're like, where the fuck did the beans go? Where the fuck did the meat go? Where the hell did the rice go? Everything's just grinded together.
Right.
You're just confused. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got more there?
You can't tell
We're gonna go back here to reflect off that.
Spiritually, people can't tell the front from their ass in
That's
here,
it,
man.
brother.
You know?
That's it. Now, Malak, can you read that again, going back to that? Just to back that off right there. So Babel, we read Isaiah 47, that daughter of Babylon, which is clearly America when you look it up on Google.
Right.
So we're bringing this thing around full circle through the spirit. This is obviously talking about America and telling us in Isaiah, this prophecy in Isaiah is holding in on the city of confusion.
Right.
Hey, you can't get it? We're moving on. You got it, brother.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
Right, and we're coming into a time where there's going to be lockdowns in America.
Right.
Okay? No more you're going to be able to go to the grocery store and go to the gym. All right? No more being able to just take a walk with Poopsie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your ass is going to be locked down.
Or be driving through a McDonald's, right? To get a Happy Meal for your kids and yourself a 2 for $5.
Or driving around aimlessly. Because you know Jake likes doing that.
Yeah.
Blasting music.
Smoking a blunt.
Right.
You know?
No more of that.
Nah.
Guy, the lockdowns you seen back in 2019,
right.
that was a pushover compared to what's coming.
Right.
That was practice.
Right.
They were practicing because Esau likes to take data.
Right.
So Esau was in the lab. He was like this. Esau was like, all right, yup. All right, so they responded like that. They stopped listening. They stopped listening a month later. You know what I'm saying?
They cloned Tyrone.
Yo, Esau, the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
They stopped listening a month later. Okay. We had so.
It's like
he's just noting it all down. Boom, boom. So we'll have to, we move like this. We'll move like that this time.
It's like Esau throwing a feint to see your reaction. You feint in boxing to see which way you're gonna go.
Yep.
So, he likes going left.
Right.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna feint and hit him with the hook.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Esau likes to see. He likes to get a reaction.
He wants to figure everything out.
Right.
He likes to know everything.
Right.
He wants to know everything. He wants to know exactly what's going on. But you know what's beautiful? When it comes to this truth, there's certain doors that it's gonna say access denied.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember that I was talking about that? The algorithm you cannot crack?
That's a lesson.
God.
Access denied.
God. And you know what I wanted to say too? That when Jacob's trouble comes, you people are gonna find out, okay, that all this shit is done away with, man. Your little Christmas parties, all right, your little gift wrapping, okay? You're gonna understand that the only gift you should have been seeking is the gift of faith that can only be received by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
That's right, bro.
Right? You were seeking the wrong gifts, man. Okay? 401ks and 20-year plans with your houses. Okay, now, we're trying to enter into the many mansions that the Lord has prepared for his children, man. We're trying to tap into that spiritual withdrawal, man. We're trying to withdraw from that spiritual bank, okay? And all you need is a penny, okay?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
We don't need the riches of this world, okay? This world, like the brother said, is about to pass away, okay? So you guys could be merry with your Merry Christmas, because when you put that X on Xmas, you're about to get canceled out as well.
Right.
You're about to be X'd out. And what are you X'd out from? The book of life, okay? That's the only ending that matters in this story. Right? If you're written in the book of life, okay? Because Esau is the end of the world, and Israel is the world that follows, man.
That's right, brother. And that's another good point, brother, regarding Christmas. They're Xing out the Mashiach.
That's right.
That's another way they crucified him.
That's right.
Everything you think you're celebrating his birthday, you're actually celebrating the cancellation of it.
Right.
Because as you can see morally, this place doesn't hold the standard of the Bible.
That's right.
This dude Esau operates under his own protocol.
Right.
As it tells us in Psalms 50, we always go into it.
That's right.
But there's a penalty for that. You see? There's a penalty for it, brother. You holding something?
Yeah.
What you got, Malak?
To back up with the brother was just saying.
Nah, you got it, bro.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Read that again, Salakia, brother.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen.
You see that? We look at the things that are, which we look at, say that one more time, Salakia.
While we look not at the things which are seen.
We look not at the things which are seen, which is all around us, man, this world. We don't care about your Christmas parties, right? We don't care about your concerts, okay? We don't care about
your private jets, your cars, your mansions.
And we don't care about what's going to happen next week when the ball drops.
Right,
we don't give a shit about none of that, okay? We're not of this world, because spiritually we're not here, okay? Yeah, we're here in the flesh, but spiritually we're not here. Go ahead, brother.
While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen.
What are we looking at? We're looking at the kingdom. We're looking towards our salvation. We're looking towards those chariots to come and save us, man. We're looking towards civil war. We're looking towards World War III. We're looking towards famines, plagues, right? All out destruction, right? Because we know that's going to usher in the new age, right? A righteous rulership. That's what we're looking towards. Those things ain't seen yet, but we can see them through the prophecies, through the things that are written, through the buildup, right, of this place falling down. Go ahead.
Yeah, going into that vision.
Right.
You see that vision.
Right.
You got to have the vision to be able to see.
Right.
You got to have the vision, but the light got to be on you, though.
Right.
Like it tells you in Isaiah 9.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
That's right, brother. Isaiah 9 and 2 tells you what? That light that shine upon those that are in the land of the shadow of death, man.
That's right. That's right.
Upon them has that light shine.
That's
if
right.
the light's not shining on you, you ain't going to be able to see where you're going, man.
That's right.
Says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal.
You see that? These things are temporary, man. Why? Because there's going to be a time where the Lord's going to visit this place and destroy it, man. This place is going to cease to exist. This current rulership, this world, the government that you see, right? All these customs that you're accustomed to, all that stuff is going to be destroyed. All these idols are going to get broken down, okay? So at the end of the day, we're not going to see this anymore, man. Go ahead.
A new heaven and a new earth is on the way.
That's right.
You see?
Which is a new rulership and a replenished earth.
That's right. A new heaven and a new earth.
Right.
This situation that we're currently living in, like the brother's going into, it's not going to be forever. This is not going to be forever.
Right.
The only kingdom that's meant to be forever is the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So that's it. And the Lord's not here yet, so it damn sure can't be this kingdom.
That's right. That's right.
Because Yahweh Shai's not here.
That's right. Go ahead.
For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
You see that? And that's that everlasting kingdom, right? That's going to be ruled by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? Those are the things that we're looking forward to. Though we know and we completely understand that that's the only ruling government that's never going to be breached. Okay? We understand that what you call heaven, you Christians call heaven, we understand there's going to be a rulership here, and it's going to be forever. That's why we're going to have them incorruptible bodies. That's why we're going to be changed to immortals, right? Because the rulership under Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and Israel ruling over you heathen is going to be forever.
Right. But why though and how? Because we're going to be righteous.
That's right.
We're going to be all righteous.
Huh.
Righteousness is how you receive that immortality.
That's right. That's right.
As it tells us in Wisdom of Solomon, righteousness is immortal.
That's right. That's right.
This is why this current system, this current establishment, like the brother said, there's no way it's not going to be breached. Because it's wicked.
Right.
Our kingdom's not going to be breached because it's going to be all righteous. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, tells us that the Lord's going to defend us and cover us, man.
Right.
Upon us receiving those glorious crowns in our kingdom, man.
God, man, and we're gonna have that. And we're gonna have that full armor.
Right.
We're gonna have that armor with no chink in it.
Listen, it's gonna be all righteousness, man. We're gonna have those fleshy hearts, not stony. These stony hearts allow us or don't allow us to be righteous because we're not in a position where we can absorb all the information.
That's right.
Those fleshy hearts are gonna put us in a position where we're walking law. We're walking law. We're walking Bibles.
Plus, we can't disannul Yahweh Shai.
Right.
We can't cancel them out. Right.
You know.
That's why we're subject to go off. You know.
Yeah.
Subject to vanity.
Right. And efforts for prophecy to play out.
Right.
We were subjugated to these chains of darkness.
That's right. That's right.
We're literally gonna be gods.
That's right.
The Lord told us, ye are gods, man, but you must die like men.
That's right.
Because we transgress.
That's right.
It's simple.
That's right.
But we're coming into our glory. We knew we were hey, through the Spirit, we know.
That's
like the
right.
brothers, hey, through the Spirit, you beloved Akia Menakwa, you know, those of you in this thing sincerely, like you truly know and understand and believe that we have a day where we're going to be set on high, man.
That's
and like
right.
it tells us in Samuel, the Lord's going to raise us up out of the dunghill, man.
That's right.
The Lord's going to raise us up out of that dunghill, man. And if he's doing it now.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so hey, there's a date with destiny that Yahweh Shai is gonna bring forth upon Esau.
That's right.
And that day is gonna bring forth the beautiful kingdom that we've been waiting for so long.
That's right.
For so long. But needless to say, I got something to back up. Was there more on there, brother?
All right.
Okay, Khan. So I got this, and we can close out with that Jeremiah 10. I thought we read that. We didn't read
No, we didn't read that, but it's a good close out because it brings it back full
Now,
circle.
Bring it back full circle to the talking point.
Yeah,
and this is going to marry that. Because again, Christmas, okay, is complete witchcraft, idolatry, and folly.
That's right.
You see, and you don't realize what you're doing until you look it up for yourself.
Right.
And at that point, you can come to the conclusion that it's obviously left. You're going left.
Right.
So for you to continue in that practice, hey, as an Israelite, open rebellion.
And you know what's crazy? I've heard Christians say, we know this isn't of Jesus. We know that it's a heathen custom, it's pagan, but we're just doing it to hang out with family.
Right, bro.
No, man, you're in that spirit, man. You should be hating, right, these customs. You should be disgusted by these customs. You shouldn't be wearing no damn Santa hat and some candy cane pants, man. being a so-called Christian, man. You know what I mean?
Right, brother.
Gift wrapping and putting a star on a damn tree. You know? If you know, you know. But hey, with all that knowing, get understanding. And if you don't have no understanding, you in the congregation of the dead. So you can know, but if you don't understand, you're still dead.
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's fact in 100. Let me get this real quick. Bucket shut. Bear with me. Come on.
Shit, I remember back in the days, brother, this shit used to be popping off, man, in Christmas, man.
Right.
You know, there'd be mad people walking up and down, you know what I mean? Hitting the bars, people just chilling, you know, going to people's houses. Look at this shit right here, man. This shit look like Huddersfield in the movie Michael Myers. You know Huddersfield? That shit's just empty. You don't see nobody in the streets. That's what this shit look like Huddersfield, man. You know? That's how you know this place is finished, man. You know, the energy levels is real low on this place, man.
That's right.
You know?
I got it.
This place is on life support, man. And we can't wait, right? We can't wait till the Lord pulls the plug on this place, man.
Right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 1, and it reads, "This is the book of the commandments of power and the law that endureth forever."
Right.
See, the laws are not done away with.
Right.
Right? "All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
That's right,
Going
man.
back to the talking point, what?
That's right.
The wages of sin is death.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not going to be saved by keeping the law, but guess
Right.
what? You're definitely going to be destroyed for breaking it.
Right. In the fear of the Lord tendeth to life.
That's right. And you celebrating Christmas, you're going completely against the Lord.
That's right.
Right? "Turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it." Take heed of what? The righteousness of the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments, right?
Right.
"Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated." Okay, see, so the true illuminated ones are the children of Israel, man, starting with Yahushua.
Right.
You see that word illuminated, or what's the other word? Lucifer goes into light bearer. You see, we're the true light bearers. Starting with Yahushua.
Right, on the right hand side.
Right. Esau's holding a dark light, a black light. You know what I mean? You know you got black lights? Esau don't got the real light. But he's projecting it as if he does, because right now he's in the power seat. See, he's been given the scepter right now. And that's for a prophecy.
Right.
But the Lord's coming to take that scepter out of his hand.
That's right.
"Give not thine honor to another, the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation," man.
That's right.
You see, when you practice these philosophies of the heathen, guess what? You're giving your honor to that strange nation.
And giving them strength and power.
Yeah. Because
You're
your honor
empowering
is their deity, right?
You're empowering them.
That's it. Because at the end of the day, you're worshiping Talmud.
Right.
This is what you're doing.
Right.
You don't even know it.
Right.
It's the crazy thing about it. And then when you find out about it, niggas still don't listen.
They don't listen.
Because you're doing it for the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're going to close out, right? With the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." Yes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and speckled birds that are across the four corners of the earth, right? Says, "Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." Okay? So that's why when we tell you Christians, you're not supposed to celebrate Christmas, or you non-believers, okay? Okay, that you so-called believe in God, okay? But when we show you this, do your research. If the heathen practice Christmas, if that goes to a heathen custom, the Lord said, "No, learn not the way of the heathen." If you really have the fear of the Lord, you step back and say, "You know what? I'm not going to do that no more, because this is what the Lord commanded us to do, to learn not those things, man." And you got to understand, who is he talking to here? All right? And that's when you got to research as well. Am I an Israelite? Hold up. Because now, this is talking to a specific group. See, the fear of the Lord comes with that observation. right? Examining things, right? Thoroughly, right? To make sure that you fit that description, man, right? And you're not going off.
And this is echoing what the Lord was establishing in the Torah.
That's right.
The whole time.
That's right.
He is establishing through the prophets. It's being established. When you go into the New Testament, it's being established once again all over again.
That's right. That's right.
You see? But
and it says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right. So when you see these chariots,
right,
don't be dismayed, fool gazing. Hey,
right,
lunar eclipses and solar eclipses. Esau and these heathen, they whip out the recorder, telescopes, trying to make folly out of the situation. But here it is. These are signs and tokens, man.
That's a demon.
Yeah. These are signs and tokens of the day of the terrible day of the return of the Lord.
Right.
When you see these different lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, blue moons, the chariot sightings, the stars aligning themselves.
Right.
See, Esau's taking it for entertainment. You know? As an Israelite, you're supposed to be like, where's Issachar?
Right.
Right. Issachar?
Yeah, because
Issachar's doing that.
Yeah, they're the ones who used to navigate
the times, you know what I mean? I'm just throwing a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Khan.
You gotta say something, brother?
Yo, was that in Luke, the signs of the heavens?
Luke 21. You got it, brother. Yep, that's it, brother. Yep.
21 and 25.
That's it, 24 down. Yep.
So it says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, for the custom of the people are vain.
Right. The customs of the people are vain. Empty. Right.
Nothing. You know? For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. What's that talking about? Right? Let's get more specific.
Right.
Right? It says, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe, they deck it with silver and with gold.
And guess what this is going back to?
God.
This is going back to Nimrod and Semiramis.
Right.
The worship in the Talmud.
Right.
This is what this is going back to.
Right.
They knew of this custom.
Right.
Back then, it all started over there in Egypt with these Hamites.
Right.
You know?
It reads, right? They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree.
That tree stand.
Yup.
That tree stand, yup.
There ain't nothing new under the sun.
Con.
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go.
Right, they need to be carried.
Con.
They need to be born.
Con.
That means to be carried around.
Because they cannot move on their own.
Right, you got to put the nigga on your car,
right,
in the back of your truck and get it home.
Right.
You hauling it upstairs. Then you got to throw the nigga out.
Right.
Crazy.
Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. And here it is, you got a dead tree that after you throw it out, you gotta vacuum all the pines away, because that shit's dying and shit's already withered. Wow. This shit's crunching up, you know? Shit's just everywhere making a mess.
Right.
Okay?
Do one more. Get the point, because this is the realness. This is what we serve right here.
Come. And it says, for as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And this world is going to find out that that's the true name in the days to come.
Right.
Because you're going to remember that the men of the Lord, the true men that the Lord was dealing with, from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, were saying that name.
That's right.
Okay, that name was being echoed throughout all four corners of the earth.
That's right.
You're gonna remember
right.
that name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is gonna click in that day.
And you're gonna also remember that we were telling you not to celebrate these things, right?
Yep.
But you wanted to make excuses, right? And on that day of that famine, when you can't find no water and you can't find no food for your kids, right?
Right, bro.
Right? But you sold them out for a few gifts, right? And a few laughs and a few drinks, right? On that night, when you could have just done that without having the spirit of Christmas, okay?
Right.
Here it is, there's 365 days according to Esau.
Right.
And you could give gifts to your kid all year round, buy him whatever they want. But you choose to disobey the Lord on that one night. He said, don't celebrate that. Right. Here it is, you got three. It's like, it doesn't, I can't, grasp how stupid our people are.
Right.
That all year round, you can get them a PlayStation, you can get them sneakers, clothes, whatever.
Right.
You got the rights to do that for your kids. right? As long as you're doing it in righteousness. But you choose to do it in an idolatrous day, right?
Christmas folly.
Like
the title of the camp.
You
want to do it. You want to give in the spirit of folly.
Right. But guess what? The true gift that you can give your child is the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
If you truly love your children, if you understand the things that are coming, and the Lord is not going to spare anyone, okay? He's not going to regard the young or the old, man, because understand that he's going to send Esau, and Esau does not regard the young or the old, man. And he's being controlled by the Lord, man. The Lord's going to put that spirit on Esau to come down on our people for being disobedient, okay? The only wisdom and the only true gift is the wisdom of the Lord that you can give your children, right? For them to separate as well from this world and be accustomed to the Lord and not to these foolish abominations.
That's right.
You know? So, you know, hey, what is it? Folly is set in great dignity.
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's it.
And that's our people, man. You know?
That's beautiful.
Sottish children, man. Stupid. Right? Backsliding children, man. You know? So, hey, either you take heed to these words, okay? Because there's not much left, right? This might be your last Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And unless you repent, you're going to be destroyed, right? Because the Lord knows where you set your heart at, all right? And if it ain't set for the kingdom, and if it ain't set to obey the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're going to go down with this place, right? Because the foundation is almost, you know, at full breach, you know, through the Spirit, you know? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakudash.
I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abad
Babal.
Kwam
Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom Akiyam. Shalom. Beautiful. Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. Hey, shalom, ma.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shabbat. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom.
Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. The water for tuning in. The water for the precepts. If you putting any up.